Yep.
Coach, what kind of challenges does Rutgers pose on the ground?
Yeah, they're impressive. I mean, the way the backs play, really enjoy watching how blue collar their offensive line is. You know, you could see the ruggedness in them, how much attitude they play with. So it'll be a great challenge.
Was it more what you were looking for against the run against Purdue? Was that more acceptable to you?
You know, just the guys did what they were supposed to do. You know, and they came with the right attitude. So, you know, we'll see if the attitude shows up again this week.
What did it mean to you to get Jaden back this week?
It was fun. It was fun to watch him run around. You know, he's got a big smile on his face, and he truly, you know, the game was taken away from him for a second, and you could see every moment he's out there. He gave him a different outtake. So he's out there and he's loving life and he's loving running around and being with the guys. So just a reminder how you get into the groove of things and you take for granted every second you get a chance to be around guys, be around the players, be around this place. So I think he's really enjoying what he's getting to do now.
Is he able to keep his weight? I know he talked before the season, before the medical issue occurred, that he was bigger this year. He was like 225, 230 versus 210 last year. Was he able to maintain that through this time down?
Yeah. So man, the last I checked, he was exactly the same. I know he dipped down and then he once all the stuff cleared up and all that stuff, and then he started lifting again and eating normally like he's back to regular. He was back to regular. So I don't know what he was exactly today, but
What did you see from him over those weeks when he wasn't able to play or practice? Like, did he stay engaged, like watching film, things that like?
Yeah, you saw the mental preparation. I mean, he went in there on all situations and played, and a testament to him, you know, not letting an adverse situation bring him down. It actually sped up his process. He had to sit in meetings more and do those things right to know what to do in all the calls, and it was a joy. I know his teammates had got a kick out of him watching him come back and play and have fun.
The quarterback you guys played against last year at Minnesota, I mean, how much have they changed how they use him, and just how unique is it in the transfer portal world? You're going to see a quarterback play for a second Big Ten school a year later.
No, he's doing a great job of being really efficient, knowing where to go with the ball. He's very similar. You know, he's mobile enough to get out of trouble, and you got to honor him holding the ball and stuff and running out on the perimeter. But then, you know, he just looks so efficient out there. He's going back to different reads. You see him scanning the field. He's pretty accurate on his throw. So it's fun to watch him, and then now you got to go compete against him, and you know, it presents challenges. So
MJ and James Williams both got home a couple times Saturday. What have you felt about just the pass rush and what they've given you there?
Yeah, I mean, it's overall, right? I mean, those are things you expect from those guys as well as the other defensive line group. You know, that was a point of emphasis in the offseason, and you know, everybody is happy that it's showing up in those situations. But we got to get them to those situations, right? I mean, this team coming up, they're not going to let you get them into third down and long and let you pass rush them and do all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun that it showed up, but this is a different kind of deal animal we're dealing with here.
What kind of animal are you dealing with as far as their running back goes?
Yeah. He's probably the best one we've seen to date. You know, contact balance, vision. I mean, the guy, he just does not stop his feet. And the really neat thing about him is you see him and he gets his yak yards are ridiculous. I mean, he's getting hit at 2 and 3 yards, and then when they spot the ball, you know, he's gained 6 and 7. You know what I mean? So that's between falling forward, breaking tackles, the O lineman hitting the pile forward, all that kind of stuff. They really do a really good job at finishing plays.
Is there a comparison for him?
Ooh, comparison. Not off the top of my head. I mean, just overall the whole group of what they do. I mean, it's really unique. You're seeing a team that plays with a lot of attitude and effort. So it's different. You know, I would say the UNI running back, he was hard to tackle, but he was much bigger and he ran with force. This, you know, Kyle, both of them. I mean, 27 as well. They run behind their pads and their feet don't stop and they just fall forward all the time. So
you got to play a bunch of young guys in that game Saturday. How's that going to help you think to get guys like Mario Buford, Jeremiah, those reps as you go forward?
Yeah, the same way that it's helping all those guys now. You see the difference in snaps, the difference between John last year and now. All those snaps, all that experience. Just the instincts growing, all that stuff. So, anytime Rio and Keona Davis and Vincent Shavers and those guys go on the field, that's the worst they're ever going to look. You know what I mean? So every snap is valuable, especially in valuable time where, hey, they're throwing the ball, they're running the ball, they're doing things at you that you're going to have to defend in normal, in the first quarter. So it was good to see them play.
Does Mario have some of those same, I guess, Buford traits you saw in Marquise, just that allows him to get on the field?
Yeah, very similar. I mean, twitchy, smart. He don't back down from nobody. You know what I mean? But very, very similar, and it's cool because you can see Keese coach him as well. Keese does a great job, man, in terms of leadership. Anytime guys are off on the sideline talking to guys and all that stuff. But there's you can see his personal with his brother. He's really on him about doing things the right way and coaching him up and getting him up to speed. So it's a cool dynamic.
What have you seen from Keona Davis so far through 5 games? You be able to use a red shirt. You got here later than a lot of guys, but he's played for you every game.
Yeah, explosive. I mean, he's very explosive. I mean, I say, we say that with the young guys that this is the worst they'll look, and as he continues to get snaps and feels what it's like playing there in the trenches and, against some grown men down in there, he's realizing what he can do as well. I mean, again, it's fun because the guys know what he can be around here, in the future and stuff. And so they're hard on him. They're coaching him. They're consistently telling them techniques and stuff and what to watch. So his growth and development is fun to be around.
When did you first kind of realize that he was going to be someone that could play for you as early as he has?
Well, he had elite traits, right? So, I mean, his size, his speed. I mean, he was running 100 meters. You saw that first, and then you saw the twitch and stuff on tape. And then when he got here, I think the first couple of workouts, you're like, wow, he's bigger in person. He's a little twitchier in person, a little faster in person. And then you see the aggression and the explosiveness. Corey and those guys and Mitch and Sports Science, those guys did a great job in terms of just getting them stronger and all that stuff. And you're starting, again, it's amazing, right? You're starting to see like the flashes that he's like, okay, I can do this. I can play this good a ball. And it's so great to have Ty, Nash, Jamari, James, all those guys around him. So he sees what the standard is. He sees like, okay, this is the way we're supposed to do it. And then that's all he knows, right? So you need him to continue to develop, though.
They're not giving up a lot of quarterback hurries and sacks. I mean, is that of nature of just the third down and shorts they're in? Or, I mean, how would you characterize it?
Offensive efficiency. They're they're going to pick their spots where they want to throw the ball when they see they got their advantageous looks, and then their running backs falling forward and stuff like that. So you're not getting them into 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10. You're getting them into 2nd and 6, and then 2nd and 6 turns into 3rd and 3 and 4. Much different than 3rd, 7, 8, 9. So they just do a really nice job. They know what they want to do.
The lift have you gotten from Sire Wright the last 2 games?
Yeah, he's been ultra competitive. That's essentially what you're looking for, right? I mean, I know again we've got a lot of transfers that are balling and stuff. Banks and Nayor and stuff. But on defense is the same way. You got MJ who came over and is doing a great job, and then Sierra, especially with the injuries and the guys being old back there. It's fun to watch him, take form and start to be the best version of himself. He's competitive. He knows what to do. Coach Butler's doing a really nice job with Coach Melvin and Tariq and Adam, those guys on the coaching staff, keeping them up. Keeping the standards high for him, not letting them slip up and all that stuff. And it's showing in his work on the grass and off the grass as well. So it's fun.
Is he, I mean, as someone who's spent a lot of time in California, LA, Southern California, is he like a Southern California guy, like through and through? Does he have that?
Yeah, he got that laid back swag, and yeah, he do. You could also, he also was on the Space Jam, so he'll let you know. Yeah, he'll let you know quick. So, but that's never taken away from anybody. He's fun to be around, and him becoming a Cornhusker and playing like a Cornhusker and doing things like a Cornhusker into our standards, like that's the most fun thing to watch as a coach. He's being around his teammates. He's liking where he's at. He's thankful for where he's at, and so he's only getting better.
Is he close Sort of earning a black shirt this year.
Yeah, I mean, based off of the last 2 games, he's I'd say he's damn close to doing that. You know, that's how competitive he is on the grass and doing things the right way. So that conversation will come up whenever coach brings it up.
Tony, can you expand on John Bullock and what he's brought to the team so far, but also just from that culture standpoint, trusting the process?
Well, it's if you're going to say anything about Nebraska, the first person I think that epitomizes what it is John. You know, he's a local guy, he's a Nebraska guy, right? And he comes over here, he walks on. I still remember the day where he's the 4th safety, and when we get here, he's the 4th safety or so, 4th or 5th safety, and Coach Rule standing back there, and he's like, "Hey, you see that guy right there? Well, let's move him to linebacker. Let's move John to linebacker and see whatever." A simple like observation like that, right, turns into somebody who's playing at an all-conference level right now, you know, and he's loving where he's at. His decision to come back and play, you know, it's showing up on the grass, it's showing up in the locker room, it's showing up, you know, in family dinners, the smiles on his faces, the celebration when he scored and the guys going crazy for him. Like, it don't get any better than that story, you know, and it's really fun to be a part of that, because that's something he'll till the day he stops breathing, he'll remember that. You know, he'll remember this story. So still got a lot of games to go. He better play well the rest of the way. But it's turned out to be a good one so far.
Thank you.